Hello, today I'm going to be explaining how to fill out our completed work form. Up here, it's pretty straightforward. You're going to put in the address, you're just going to write it down. Then next to that, we have the completion date, so the day that you go out and you complete the job. The CMS number, that's where you're going to put right here, so that's the number that they send us. And it's on monday.com, as well as the master tracking sheet. That's the same thing with our locate number. Our locate number is the number that we get after we put in our locate for the job, so then we know where the water and any other utilities are underground so we don't hit them. If we go down to the materials used, we have drop plow. That's just going to be if we put in a foot of wire, how much did we plow in? Or how much did we put in using our tools other than hand digging. For our hand dig, if we say we have a job and it is 200 feet, we probably hand dug about 20 of those feet. So you'd put 180 up here. Let me put it down. So we would put I should have picked an easier number to write on here, 80, and then 20 feet here. Okay? So then it's broken up between hand digs because you would hand dig closer to the house and closer to the terminal. The T&E two-man drop crew, that is going to be any jobs that we go out on and we either cannot do the job and we've already gone out there, investigated, and if your team crew lead says, all right, charge for a T&E. And then under that we have our drop bore. That's going to be if we go underneath any driveways, roads, or any little cement paths that we cannot pick up and remove. That's what we would charge there. If we're doing a cement path, they're normally about 3 to 4 feet wide. So take that into account. And then under that we have our not in conduit. That is going to be our microduct used. So if we go to a house to place microduct, or what we would call fiber, we would charge there, and that would just be the quantity. So how many footage do we use? And then the rod and proof existing conduit, that is going to be our, oh my gosh, I just remember the name. I totally forgot. Let's just go back to that. I'll come back to that once I remember that name. And then over here we have our drop guard. So that's going to be any smoke tubes used. Say for this job we used one, and that one smoke tube was used. Then we would click, ooh, gosh. Then in here, oh my gosh, I don't think I'm going to be able to do it on here. But then down here we would just put used or new. And then say we did a cutover, if it's copper, we're going to put 1 there. That's just if we connected the wires in the terminal into the house and got them up and running. Drop kit install, that's going to be any of the, why am I forgetting it? The shaken seals or the donkey dicks. And say we used 2 for this job, so then you would put just 2 there. But we didn't. And then remove ground label or ground lay cable. So that's just going to be any of the temp wire for this job. We had about 202, I'm guessing right now, 202 feet that we had to remove. And then this HH 10 by 10 or 12 by 12, that's just if we make any pits, any small pits. And say for this job we used 3 pair. You would just put in this 3 pair and do an X right there. But then we also have 6 pair, microduct, and then bond clamps. Bond clamps are going to be found in the terminal and in the NID. In the NID, there's going to be smaller versions of them. In the terminal, there's a little bit bigger. And you would just put the quantity, even if you reuse one that's already in the NID or the terminal, you won't need a place set there, but if we use any new ones. So say this address is Turtle Lane. We would put Turtle here. Turtle. All right, and this is the house. We have, our house name is 271, okay? And that's going to be, wow, I did this really poorly. This is going to be our neighbor. This is going to be the one next to us, but our terminal is going to be back here. Okay. And then say this one is going to be on this side. This is going to be our NID. Okay. And there is a tree here. You just write tree. Preferably inside of the circle, but I did not do this a good job. Okay. So then we would take this job and we would go up and over. And then we want the least in the backyard, so then we'd go straight through there. So actually redraw my line that way. And then go here, right to our terminal. But we don't want to be taking this into this person's backyard up and over that way, because we just want to go in mostly our customer's backyard. And if we have to go into another one where the terminal is, then we'll go there. But this is basically how we're going to draw it. We're going to put the address up here. So 271 Turtle 271. Turtle. Okay, and then the rod and proof, I remember what it is. It is going to be our pull string. So if we put any pull string inside of the microduct, then we would charge it by foot there. And today would be 1/11/23. Oops, come on, work. There we go. Alrighty. And then you just put CMS and locate number. But this is basically what it's all going to look like at the end. And if you have any questions while we're out on the field, don't be shy. Make sure to just ask the people around you. We'll make sure to help you out.